am Wolfpaw, and this is the RaxPack. And I've done a little bit of building off camera now. So let's take a look over here. Since last time, I put up these pillars and I put up this, this sort of doorway. Well, I've also put in the rest of the building. It's not incredibly large, and I'm only doing one of two, I think. I'm going to put another one on this side, I believe. But, yeah, I put in another doorway here, another one of those sort of doorways, but this is going to be a window. This is a window as well. And I've put in the slopes that we need, and I'd like to get up there, but I don't have any blocks in my jetpacks. Jetpack is downstairs, so let's do a little bit of maybe a leap of faith. I don't think I'll make it. Okay, we made it. We made a bit. We made it a little bit. There we go. Words are hard. But let's kind of climb up here so we can get a good vantage point of it. It's not too bad. I don't know what type of material I want to go into those carpenter's blocks at the moment. That's why they're like that. And I understand it's very white. It's almost too white, actually. So we may want to add a little bit maybe of a greenish woody tint in there. So maybe like fir wood, I think, would look nice. That's some modded wood from Biomes of Plenty. It looks kind of nice. I'll bring it up here, actually. Let's look for fir wood. It's kind of darker in color, almost purplish, I guess. Or I'm not talking about this fir, although this is the fir wood you'd use. Wow, it's so green. I wonder why it's so green, because it's usually not that green, as you can see. But yeah, so this would be something that we could use, I think, and would fit well into those carpenter block slots right there, as well as put it micro blocking just a little bit so we can fill in, if you can see there's a hole right there that I'd like to fill in a little bit with micro blocks. So yeah, I think that would look pretty darn good. So yeah, that's what I've been doing off camera, is just building this little guy. And then I think I'm gonna build off camera another little bit on this side, like a second house, I guess, on this side. So we'll do that. And you guys don't need to see that. This is really easy build. Granted, there's no full blocks in that build, and they're all micro blocks. But it's pretty easy. Like, oh, I also put in more of these slabs, so I don't have to open doors. But these are just vertical slabs here, and then another set of vertical slabs, 1/2 block out from that, so that it kind of makes it a little bit rounder. And then these are just regular quartz slabs. Well, some of them are actually micro blocks and notches because it fits into the arches better. But yeah, so I just run this as across just kind of like a beam. And then you just bring these slopes down, these carpenter slopes, which are made like so. Carpenter, enter, slope. R. Oh, it's this one. R. So you can see sticks and just some carpenter's blocks, and that gives you 4. So you get tons of stuff, tons of them to use. It's not so bad. And you can use your carpenter's hammer to change the layout of each one of these to be the way you want it to be. So like over here in the corners, I don't know if you can see through the block, but I have it set so that it kind of fits diagonally between this intersection, so it makes it look nice and smooth. You'll see it better in a bit here. Let's go grab my jetpack, actually, just because. Filled it a little bit with water. Should be full, yeah. So now, if I just kind of take a swing over here, you can see how it fits. Ooh. It fits in there nicely. It just kind of creates this, I don't know, an intersection point. And it looks great. Same thing on this side. Works just the same way. And I think this build looks pretty decently nice. It's a little shorter than I want, the whole thing. So maybe in the future I will make a taller tree. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I don't know. We'll see. We're going to continue on. We're going to make more trees, walkways between the trees, etc., etc. Things in between those, like maybe a mini tree will stick up and be some sort of little room. Who knows? We'll do all sorts of stuff. But for now, this is what I've done, and I've also added like our little room here. I don't know if I showed this on camera last time or not. I think I did. Room there, this room as well. I think actually last episode I did say that we wanted to put some applied Energistics stuff in here, and that's what we're going to do today. That is the plan, because we had a whole bunch of junk downstairs, all kind of not unsorted and stuff, as you can see here. And then we have all of these strong boxes, which don't hold much, but we could upgrade them if we want. But I really didn't want to, because I knew I wanted applied Energistics, and that's what we're going to get into today, because we have a little bit of quartz. So to do that, we're going to need a few supplies, and I think I'm going to get all that ready off camera, and I'll be right back. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Peace! Okay guys, so we should be ready to go here. I've got quite a few supplies, and we are ready to get some stuff put together. So the first thing we're going to need is an ME controller, which is like the main thing you need. It sets the network. So we're going to need some advanced processors, which I forgot. We're going to need some silicon. So to do that, I'm going to have to smelt up some quartz, and that I need to grind quartz, and I think I can crush quartz in the crusher. I hope so. We'll see if this works real quick. This should create quartz dust for me, and if that's the case, I will run some of that through here. Aha, okay, so good, it does make the quartz dust. And then to make silicon, you just smelt the dust that you created. So we'll run that through the smelter here. And as you'll see, we get some silicon, which is perfect. So to make one of these processors, we need a diamond and a quartz cutting knife. So we can make that. We just need a couple sticks, actually. Let's disable this jetpack. So I have plenty of quartz. So we'll make a cutting knife here. Boop, 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 boop. Which should just be 3 pieces of quartz and a couple sticks. And it looks like you have to have a Certus quartz in there. No? Is that wrong? Is it just the 2? Pretty sure that's what it was. Cutting. Oh, it's a piece of iron. So you can use 2 nether quartz, and haha, perfect. So now that will be used. We need a diamond, so let's grab a diamond. This is a lot of crafting to begin with, but if we're gonna have a pig that's just gonna be dying all the time, I'm gonna kill him. Where are you at? Get over here. I love this revolver, by the way. It's the best thing to ever happen to this game. I use it for everything. It's so nice, and I think you can enchant it. I'm not entirely sure about that. We'll have to see in the future. But, so now we need one of those. We need a piece of silicon. I believe it was 2 Certus. Maybe we can use regular quartz. And the quartz cutting knife. Cutting knife. Where did I put it? It's right there. Like that? It might have to be regular. Or maybe it was redstone. I think it was redstone, actually. Yeah, it was redstone. Okay, so now we have this advanced processor. And what we can do with that is run it through the smelter here. So we'll run that through the smelter, and that will create the advanced core that we need for the the controller. So there's the processor. Not too easy, they're not too hard to make. So now let's just type in controller. And it takes 4 fluix crystals, which aren't so bad. It's redstone, Certus quartz, nether quartz. So we need 4 of those. Pretty simple. By the way, this does take durability. And I will be right back, actually. I forgot that I need to do something really quick. And it's actually food. I've got food cooking. So I'll be right back once I get that taken care of. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys. Food's okay. So we've got quite a bit of there's quartz dust here. We'll take that out. Now we can continue with the fluix crystals. So let's do this really quick here. Put those in, and these in. We only need 4. So there we have our 4. And now we should be able to just throw this in. I think I have enough iron. Yep. So there we are. We have our ME controller. Now what we need is an ME access terminal. This is going to be a window that allows us to actually access all of our things that are inside of the system. So we're going to need some ME cable, which takes fluix dust. It's not too hard. We could just take some nether quartz, some Certus quartz dust, and some more redstone. And I'm going to make a bunch of this actually, because we're going to need a lot. And then we're going to need to make some of this cable as well, and we'll make a bunch of that too. So we'll make 2 rounds of that. I know that doesn't look like a lot, but we'll get more in the future. I'm also gonna have to smelt more sand for all this. So for this conversion matrix, we need more fluix dust, which we have, some Certus quartz, some regular quartz, iron ingots, and then this ME basic processor. So we're gonna need a little more silicon. So I'm gonna take some more, the rest of this nether quartz dust, and I'm gonna smelt that into silicon. And then take some of this out of here. Just like that. So now we have another piece of silicon. And this time, this processor is made out of gold. So it's not quite as expensive. It's like a middle tier sort of thing. So we needed a piece of quartz down there and 2 redstone and the quartz cutting knife. Maybe it wasn't quartz. What was it? Does it have to be Certus quartz? Shoot, I'm already forgetting. Yeah, I can't remember. Iron? No. So we have the ME access terminal, getting the conversion matrix based programmer. Oh, silicon, duh, that's why we got it. I'm so dumb sometimes. Okay, so now we can smelt up this guy. Nice and quick. I love how the Energize smelter is so much faster now that I put in those upgrades. Very, very nice. Alright, so that's done. Now, we should be able to, let's eat a little bit. Num 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 num. Now we should be able to make this conversion matrix. Whoops, I misclicked there. Which is pretty easy to make. So we got a conversion matrix. And now just some glass, iron, the conversion matrix, and the ME cable makes the ME access terminal, which is fantastic. Now we have both of those. I'm going to put some of this in here. Everything's going to be transferred into our ME stuff right now, so I'm not worried about stuff getting moved around. It's no big deal. So now that we have both of those, we're going to need something called an ME drive. This is like basically a case that holds all the hard drives that all of our items are going to be stored on. So search for the drive. So it's basically an empty case. So we need 2 more of those processors right here. So we can make those really quick with our silicon, gold, redstone, cutting knife. And I might make a few of these and then just smelt a bunch of them. Where is the cutting knife? I'm missing it already. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll just make all 7 of those. No big deal. And then we'll run them through the smelter here. We'll just only take the first 2 to start with, but we're going to need a lot of those in the future. 1 and 2. Okay, perfect. So this is going to help immensely because I really love, whoa, why did I get a whole bunch? Why am I getting a whole bunch? That was weird. Because I shouldn't even have, can I like, okay, so it's just like a bug. All right, so we need a chest, so we'll make a chest really quick here. We have plenty of wood to do it, so we'll just do, come on, like so, chest. And glass, iron, basic processors, really easy, ME drive. Ta-da! So now let's go and put these all kind of together upstairs, shall we? And then get rid of all these chests that are blocking my way all the time. Ugh. So I imagine we're going to be spending a whole lot of time in this particular tree. So what I want to do is set up a system right over here. So we have our ME controller, which takes power, so we need to feed power into this guy. Keep that in mind. So I think we're going to have to make some more mechanism power to feed into this, which won't be too bad, really. We're going to put our ME drive right on top of him, and then the ME access terminal. And now everything's all kind of gray and not working, as you can tell. I wonder, can you put in like a battery into this? Probably not. But what we're going to do real quick here is get our crescent hammer. And I just want to show this to you guys. I'll get some actual power up there in a bit. But let's do this. We'll bring our basic energy cube up. And actually, let's move this guy for a moment. Put it over here. And I will put the energy cube right there. It's not getting anything because it's not outputting down. See, there we go. So now it's getting power because it's outputting down. And it should be completely full. This will slowly drain. Like it says, see, there we go. It's dropped down a 0.01 megajoules. It's because we don't have anything in here that doesn't take up any or very much use. And you can see it's like 9 AE per tick. And if we put that into like megajoules, Buildcraft power, it's 1.8 megajoules per tick. So, or Minecraft joules per tick. So it's very little amount. We have a ton of it in here. So it'll go for a really long time. But we can't actually store anything in this because in our drive, as you can see, we have no like hard drives to put anything on. See, like I can't click anything in here because there's no space. Can't do it. So what we're gonna do is make a couple drives here, and I'm gonna make 1K storage drives because right now all we have is a whole bunch of junk. So I might make 4 of these guys, which is pretty easy. It's more of these ME processors and some iron. So I'm gonna make a few of these and we'll put them in there. Maybe we'll sleep first too. Okay, I'm gonna get into bed real quick like. The system is so cool, guys. It saves on so much space. But okay, so we can now make these 1K storage drives. So let's do, what are we missing? Glass. Missing glass. Redstone. We have everything. Oh no, we don't. We don't have the processors because they were cooking. Ta-da. So we should be able to make 4 of these, no problem. So just like so, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, what are we missing? Glass, maybe? Yeah, we're missing out on the glass. We have a little bit, just a little though. So we can make 3. I want to make 1 more, but for that we need some sand, which I think I have actually in here. Yeah, we got lots of sand. So we'll make 20 sand, 21 sand, I guess. Into glass. So we need just 2 of these. So 1. Quickly, please. 2. Awesome. Fantastic. Now, should be able to make this last one. Perfect. And these guys don't stack, as you can see. I don't think they stack. Yeah, they don't. They do not stack, so you can't just like carry around all of your items all the time. Besides, that would be kind of dangerous. You could lose all of your items all at once. But that is something that's nice. You can take this, move to another base, plug it in, and you have more stuff. So what we're going to do is throw in our storage drives here, and as you can see, they show up on the screen. And now this green light indicates there's space, and there's bytes, or I mean there's types to use. So it takes bytes and types. So you can store 1024 bytes, which isn't very much, to be honest with you, of items. So like you could put a few stacks of items into one of these storage drives, but it also can hold 63 types. And that's kind of what we're interested in, is more the types right now. Because we don't have a whole lot of one item, we have a lot of different types of items. Now every type of ME drive increases in size as you go up. So a 4K is going to hold more bytes. A 16K is going to hold more bytes than a 4K. A 64K is going to hold more than a 16K, etc. But it will always only be able to hold 63 types. So it's not always necessarily true that you want a 63K storage cell right off the bat, because you're not going to be able to store all your types of items on there, even though you can store a whole bunch of one item. So to start off, this is actually a pretty decent way to go about it. So in here, I can throw in my oak wood, my baked potatoes, my iron, my Certus quartz, and you'll see a little bit on this one that 46 of 1,024 bytes are used. So you can store a pretty decent amount of stuff in here. Like, that's a stack of potatoes and a half stack of iron, and some other small stuff. But so I think all of our items should be able to fit on these 4 drives here, no problem. If they can't, I might put like another couple in there, and you can always expand this out. You're not limited to these 12 1 2 3 4 5 10 excuse me slots. You can put more, like another ME drive in the same network. And because these devices are next to each other, they're talking to each other, so you don't need any cables, but they all do need to be adjacent to one another to work together. So now that we have that set up, we can move a whole bunch of stuff in there, but something I don't really like about this particular terminal is that you can't craft with it, because in this mod there is a crafting terminal that you can take this access terminal and upgrade it to. So we need another one of those storage cells, so let's do that. Did I grab it? I grabbed it. All right. Ooh, getting stuck on my doors. And if we go down here, we should have more glass to use. And, ooh, we are running low on redstone. So this is, we had just enough redstone to do this. I'll take this out and these. Perfect. Yeah, we have just enough redstone for this, I think. Oh, we don't. We're one short. We're always one short. Do we have any more? We've got to have more redstone. You gotta be kidding me. Is this gonna happen to me again 2 times in a row where I'm one short on redstone? You've gotta be joking me. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to go... Wait, actually, I think... Can I grind up one of these guys? No, I can't. I know sometimes you can grind them up and get your stuff back, but I guess not in this case. Man, that is such a pain. I'm always one short. Sigh. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna go get a little bit of redstone, and probably take all my items and put them into the storage up there, or a bunch of them anyway. And but until then, I will be right back. Thank you guys. Peace. Okay, guys. So I actually got really lucky, and I found some redstone right away, along with a little bit of essence dust. But yeah, I found this redstone and it was great. Really quick. So now we can do this. We can make this last storage cell, and then... Oh, that's right. I put my ME interface back. Let's go grab it. Let's go grab it. So don't worry, I will have power that comes up here. We don't have to worry about that. And that's the nice thing about Mechanism, is that it converts from 3 different power sources. It converts from EU, which is industrial craft, to MJ and RF, which is super nice. And it's naturally universal electricity, so it's super, super useful. I have a crafting table. Go. Alright. Now this is an ME crafting terminal. Yay. So now we can craft with all the items that we end up putting in here, which is great. Super useful. Just put that down just like that. Perfect. And now I can just throw in a bunch of my items that I don't want. In fact, I'm just gonna put... Let's see, do I need you or you? No, not really. And probably put that in there and that in there. Put you away as well. Ta-da! Just all in there. And as you can see, 24 of 63. We've already used 24 types, but only 200 bytes of it. So we should be able to put in a whole bunch of these and be just fine. So I think for now, I'm going to put away just like some of the stuff that I don't really need on me, and I'm just going to transfer a whole bunch of junk in here. So like all of this stuff will come with me, and we can put it in. Just like that and that. Perfect. See, and we still have tons of space. Tons of space. Perfectly fine. So I think I'm going to do this for a bit. I'm going to run up and down, put all my stuff away, and all that jazz. So I will see you guys in a bit. Peace. Okay, guys, so I moved everything into my system here. As you can see, I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Now you might be saying, hey, how do I find all my stuff in there? Well, you can just search for it. So like, if I want, I know I can see chest. So if I want a chest, there it is. Right there. You search for chest, you'll get chests, and anything that has chest in the name. So chest plates as well. And now as you can see, I'm probably going to get locked out here pretty soon, because this power is running incredibly low because I don't have it connected. So I'm just trying to conserve a little bit of power by disconnecting this when I don't need it. So when I do need it, I'll just pick this up, put this down, and flip it to the correct position when the plate's down like that. So then this will power up really quick, and I'll get a bunch of my ability to use it. But as you can see, now that I put a bunch of stuff in here, it takes considerably more power. It's 2.2 megajoules per tick now, so it's quite a bit more. And it does drain this slowly. So I am going to want some sort of renewable power coming up here, which means I need more of those universal, universal cables. Basic universal cables. So to do that, I kept out a few things from my system so that I can use them all the time. Some mostly just metals and stuff, so I left them in this chest here. So we should have some steel in here that I will use to convert like so. So let's make that much cable. And hopefully what we can do is, because these basic cables are Project Red compatible, or Forge Microblock compatible rather, excuse me, you can take, here, let's take this guy off. We can place cables inside of the wall here, so I can mine those two out, and then we'll say have a cable run directly through this tree, and maybe under the ground too, because that's kind of how I roll when it comes to hiding cable. So we'll hide cable like this, just like so. We're gonna need to go deeper, apparently. So what we'll do is we'll put cable here, 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 and here, and we'll just kind of run it up the tower here. Just like this. And right now it'll, well, not right now because it's dark out. But as we do this, oh man, this is gonna be just enough. Ta-da, now we have power running up there. And this will suck up some power as well. So what I think I wanna do is, that should be fine actually. So what I'm gonna do now is create the microblock. So for that, first we should sleep so that we get power running. Right? Because of that solar panel. So the solar panel should make up for more than enough for that. As you can see here, not running out of any power really, gaining power in the buffer because I charged up a battery. So we'll put the battery back now, just like that. Perfect. And now we are going to want to make some microblocks. So I should grab my saw, and I will show you how we can hide this very, very easily. Saw, my diamond saw, perfect. So what we'll do is create a bunch of slabs like that. cut them down even further into these panels, and even further into these covers. And covers will work perfectly for this because what they do is they can fit inside or around these types of blocks. So we'll put it like that, and you can see it takes up only a 1 block space. Yeah, that's right. It's awesome. So here, let's grab a piece of oak wood because we actually don't need to cover up that piece with the cover. And what you can do is you can just place these all the way down so it doesn't even look like there's anything going on. So like we can come in here and go, yep, nothing to see here. Just some cover, just some oak wood. Really cool. Love microblocks, really do. So now we can come down here with our jetpack on and just fly around, place our covers just like so. And it's like, see, this is exactly what the elves would do too. If they had power, which they generally don't have power because, you know, elves, magic, stuff like that. But if they had power, this is exactly what they do, right? I mean, they would hide it. They wouldn't want to see it. They would put it into their tree, and it would just be like a flowing network of power in a place that, let's see, can we put it, yeah, let's put it like that. Let's make it another root. And then we'll make some dirt covers too. How about it? So just like this, just like this. I don't think these will have grass grow on. They should actually have grass grow on them because they act like dirt. They're placed at, or you know what I mean? They act like grass. Oh, and something we can do here as well. We can bring these dirt covers to a crafting table. And we can put them in a shape of a chest, and it'll make a hollow dirt cover. So what you can do with this hollow cover now is come over to where we've got our dirt growing here, and we can just place it like that, and then you see the cable goes directly in. It doesn't impede the cable, so it's still connecting, but it's also there. It's super cool. So you don't get it, you don't have to see it, you don't have to see the area it goes into. You can just see that, hey, that goes underground. It's kind of cool. It's perfect. Perfect fit. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think we're also getting closer to the end of the episode. Some plans that I have for the future is definitely getting into a little bit of Thalmcraft, I think, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to need golems. We're going to need those golem guys to help with our farms because I don't see any real automated way of farming in this pack. So, ooh, that was close. Okay, any real automated way of farming other than the golems. So we'll have some golems over here, and we'll start having them farm. And I don't think they actually farm essence or magical crops. I'm not sure, at least not these types. So we'll see. But what we want to do with that then is then use that to make biofuel generators. So let me show you biofuel, maybe it's just called a biogen generator. Where is it? Biogenerator, just like that. And this guy puts out a decent amount of power, and we can make a few of them too. But I want to make biofuel, so we'll end up having our golems collect all the crops that are growing over there, and yeah, and then have them funnel into a system that will, you know, take care of our crops, grind them up into biofuel, and then we can use that biofuel for power. Yeah. So I think that's about it for this episode. Please like and subscribe if you do like this content. It really does help me out. I'm sorry if this one's a little short. I don't think it is. I think we came up on the 30-minute mark here. We should have. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. It really does help me out. And stay classy, YouTube.